Sorry about that. I'm back. Anyway, Jordan Page at funcheaperfree.com, and they're fun to watch because they're so positive about money, and they just have a really nice spirit about their family, and they know themselves so well. They're fun to watch, and if you're in a place where you feel like, I'm never going to make it, I'm bad with money, it's distressing and stressing, you can watch them and you feel a little bit more uplifted and a little more positive, like, well, if they made it, I can probably make it. So I would definitely recommend them. There's another aspect of living in a camper beyond the financial part that I would also challenge anybody considering it to think about, and that is that you're going to be living in a very small space with another human, and conflicts will arise, and you'll want to have tools to overcome those conflicts. And a book I would recommend you read is called The Anatomy of Peace by the Arbinger Institute. It's a book I read several years ago while Curtis was taking his first instructor course for NOLS, and it was interesting when he got off of that trip, and I can go into this in more detail in another video if you want. He had been learning the principles of good expedition behavior. That's what they called it. But I felt like the things I was reading in The Anatomy of Peace just went perfectly hand in hand with what Curtis was telling me about expedition behavior, and I think it was by divine design that we both learned those things at the same time, but in the way that we learn. If I want to learn something, I'll pick up a book, learn about it. If Curtis needs to learn something, he has to go out in the wilderness and with grit and fire grapple with it physically and intensely and understand it that way. And we both learned these same principles at exactly the same time in our separate ways, and I think it just I wouldn't say it saved our marriage because our marriage wasn't terrible, but it improved it amazingly. It was so awesome. So, if you're trying to get out of the box, as they say in The Anatomy of Peace, and realize